Hey, welcome back to my channel, episode 4. Now that we are set with what are zodiacs, what are planets, we are ready for birth chart introduction, or what we call horoscope. Let's understand what this word literally also means. So from an astrology perspective, what happens when you're born? So the moment the child is out of the mother's womb, you look up the sky and there is a planetary position on the eastern side of where the child is born. Take a snapshot and mathematically put it into a database, and that is what your horoscope is designed, so to speak. So it's so important to note the time, place, and birth date accurately, so that the snapshot at that point of time will be unique. And using this, there is a full framework of astrology available to actually set up your whole birth chart, and of course, then it pans into your future, your past, and what have you. And this is called a horoscope or kundli. We'll actually see how it looks in the coming slides and episodes. So, birth time is a very important element in astrology. So a little bit of theory, I'll just run it through all the points so that we don't miss this. It's an important slide. The graphical perspective of a planetary position at a certain point in time with reference to certain longitude and latitude of the location one is born. It's a two-dimensional view of the snapshot of celestial bodies when a new birth takes place. It takes into account the exact coordinates of the birth location. Also called a horoscope, it's originally from the Greek words hora meaning time, skopas meaning observe. It has 12 houses, each house is 30 degrees. Hence your kundli is 360 degrees. Kundli or horoscope, it's one and the same. It gives you the celestial view of your birth time as it was recorded when you were born. And we'll of course study further that how each house is divided into multiple nakshatras and how there are more constellation bodies which have got captured in that snapshot. But for now, it's enough to understand that you are born, there is a photograph taken, it is captured, and now you can design your kundli and horoscope. And it's already pre-designed, of course, but now you have it ready for you to review it. We already know that there are 9 planets and 12 zodiacs. So we have now all our basics in place, the zodiacs, the 9 planets. Now we have the birth chart where I mentioned there are 12 houses in it. So let's take it from here. Look at this picture. You see some numbers written in it, and you see alphabet A, and you see this I've shown 30 degrees. So if you look at all of these, there are 12 houses. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. But the numbers written are very different. It's not written 1 here, it's written 3, 4, or it could be any number depending on when you were born. So this particular person, when he or she was born, his planetary positions were like this, number 3 was here, and so on. But totally this whole birth chart is divided into 12 slots. Each slot is called a house or a bhava. Where you see A, it's called ascendant. So when you see or read books, you'll often hear of the word ascendant, or it's called lagna. It's also called lagna. Each house is 30 degrees. I've just shown some examples. So this is 30, 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 30, 30 degrees, 30 degrees, 30 degrees, 30 degrees, 30 degrees. So it's in all, it's 360 degrees in full. Now that you saw the birth chart, you saw there were numbers all around. Now each number represented a zodiac. Remember, I told you how important it was to remember all the numbers. Now you understand. If we go back to the slide, number 3 it was in the A where it was written number 3. And so this particular person who's born, ascendant of this person will be Gemini or Mithun. So zodiacs, if you knew by heart, if you knew what number they were related to, already the horoscope would have come alive for you. Let's see it again. Remember, you saw 3 here, so this is house number 1, house 2, house 3, house 4, and so on, 12 houses. But the number written in A is 3. So this particular person is born in the Gemini ascendant or Mithun. It is a critical aspect of a birth chart, the first zodiac. And then going on, each number in the whole birth chart represents a zodiac. So later we'll understand what each house represents. And now that you know what zodiac is in its house, you will start understanding that how a house behaves with respect to zodiac. For example, house number 7 has 9 written in it, and 9, as we know, is Sagittarian. So house number 7 will get connected somewhere to the zodiac 9, which is Sagittarian or Kumbh, we call it, and so on. So again, just to keep it simple, all 12 houses represent something. House number 1 represents you as a person, and so that's important. So whatever number there is represents your ascendant. In this case, it's Gemini. It could be any number. Each house also represents some aspect of your life. Some will be like your mother's house, father's house, career, and what have you. So every house will have a zodiac, and as you start learning the detail, each of these aspects will start getting connected to the zodiac. So it's now a little bit falling in place. Let's take some examples now. This is another, I have pulled it out from the net, somebody's birth chart. And look at the number here, it happens to be number 1. It's house number 1 also, is written 1. So this is ascendant or lagna is 1. Hence this horoscope belongs to Aries or Mesh Rashi. Let's take some more examples. Look at this chart, it's number 9 here. This is house number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 and so on till 12. But the first house has number 9. So this person's ascendant or lagna is Sagittarius or Kumbh. So a small exercise, you can use any software on the internet, pull down your horoscope or birth chart by entering date, place and time, and try to start practicing how to interpret your ascendant. Whatever numbers in house number 1 is actually your ascendant or lagna. You should practice this with at least 100 odd birth charts, but okay, to begin with, you start with all your family members and start getting familiar. Let me leave a teaser with you again. Are some ascendants better than the others? For example, is one that is Mesh or Aries better than 12, which is Pisces or Mean? So does it matter which zodiac I am born in, and would I be luckier if I was in a certain one, or would I be a better sports person if I was? So broadly, answer to all these questions is yes, but there is no definite answer because there are so many permutation and combinations before we conclude anything in astrology, because it's a very detailed science. So let's solve these questions and teasers in every episode as we are going along. I'll see you soon. Take care. Bye-bye.